Are we doing it? Bam. We are live. We are live on the tubes of you. Okay. So they can't see it over there. Thank you so much for getting your daily heartbeat. Hey, CC. Yeah. Prison. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what they are. Shh. Who thinks prison dudes are kings? The prison dudes. Hey, Rachel. The prison dudes. Yeah, I got something for them. I got some of that microband, some of that 24-hour. Okay? And if that doesn't get them, I got some of that Lysol. But we're going to sit there with both of the cha-cha-cha-cha. Okay? Sunshine, thank you so much. Yeah, this is like my first time successfully wearing lashes. I don't know nothing about these. Oh, they can't. Hey, your mom, they sure do already, though. But then they come home and try to spread all that love to you. Okay? We gotta stop it. Somebody has to be the vaccine. And I guess if nobody else is gonna do it, it's gonna be me, darn it. Okay? I'll be the vaccine. They're gross. Okay? And we're gonna talk about that mess. Psychic Queen, thank you. Listen. When you really look at it, the system was never built to fix them. I'm sorry to say that, okay? I wish it were built to fix them, but it just doesn't work out that way, and it just is what it is, okay? It was never meant to fix them, okay? But it was built to feed them. Got to think about that. And every woman who's ever sent that commissary money, okay, answered that phone call or kept the lights on while he rebuilds his life, what happens? She becomes a part of that ecosystem. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. And also please subscribe. I need subscribers. Let's subscribe. All right. I gotta come out with some new sub-only content. Dang it. I gotta get better at that. I've been slacking. Stuff has been going on. I've been slacking. But listen. Parasites, absolutely 100% cannot survive without hosts. And baby, you've been the blood supply. Okay? Every time you believed his sob story, every time you defended him to one of your friends or loved ones, every time you said he's just misunderstood, you've kept him alive. But he never gave you life back. Not one time. Okay? He gave you debt. He gave you doubt. He gave you dysfunction dressed as devotion. You were nourishing something that was never meant to grow. It was never meant to grow. It was supposed to wither up and die. Parasites don't love you. They live off of you. Okay? That's the day he starts to starve, though. The moment you wake up. Okay? The moment you wake up, the moment you stop feeding him your sympathy and your money and your energy is when he starts to starve. Just like, and I will always forever have one of these Tamagotchis to remind y'all that those dudes are just like this. They sit there and squall, beep, 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 boop, boop, beep, 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 boop, boop. And they want you to feed me, clothe me. I need $20, $50, $100 for my commissary. I need my honey buns. I need my flim flams. I need my lollipops. I need my summer sausages. Get this crap back in the drawer. La, shoot. I see it squalling now. Do y'all hear that? Stop it. Go. And there it goes again. I thought I turned it off. And that's exactly how these dudes act. Okay? You gotta let them starve. Please let them starve. All right? Now listen, I want y'all to understand this is not about hating men. I don't hate men. I don't hate men. Okay? And none of this is about hating men. Okay? But it's about recognizing the infection and choosing not to host it anymore. That is the whole point. The whole point at the tubes of you, the whole point at the TikToks is to not host them anymore. Okay, that is it. He wasn't your soul system or your soul mate. He was your symptom. Okay, he was your symptom. And now it's time for the cure. I swear to God, I am the vaccine. Stick with me. Stick with me. I am the vaccine. All right. Listen. before I get too much into this, let me talk about the top viewers. I want to say thank y'all so much to Mandy, Momo, Flock, and Kit Kat and Danger Kitty. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Bella, hey. Listen. This whole thing is a mess, okay? It's a mess. They're scam artists. They're con artists. And the whole thing is to suck you dry, all right? 100% dry. Diamond, thank you so much for the roses. Hope, hey, how's it going? So I want to start with the basics, okay? Let's start with the basics. Ooh, I got a new subscriber. Look at that. Let's talk about the prison leech economy. It is an economy. It is an economy. It's an economy, okay? These dudes, straight up, are government-funded parasites, okay? That's where they start. They start in the friggin' in the prisons as a parasite, okay? Every time one of these dudes gets locked up, taxpayers get a bill. That's you, me, all of us, okay? Not a thank you note for getting this dude away from society. We get a bill. It costs roughly $40,000 to $60,000 a year just to feed, clothe, and house one of them, okay? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to spend on somebody that didn't give a crap about his own freedom enough to be free, isn't it? It is. Men who contribute nothing, zero zilch at all, but complaints, okay? And phone calls begging for commissary money so that they can buy their, hold on a second. So that they can buy their honey buns, whether they be iced or glazed. And their goddamn soups, okay? And who the heck knows what exactly they're doing with that commissary once they pick it up and put it in that dusty, smelly-ass laundry bag on store day. Hope, thank you for getting your daily heart me. Good Lord. Good Lord. I want y'all to understand, though, that $40,000 to $60,000 a year, okay, costs more than a college student, okay, or the cost of maintaining a veteran, someone who has actually fought for this country, like myself and like millions of us that rely on taxpayer dollars for medicine and medical care after we've served our country. Prison dudes suck up more money in 1 year than it costs to send a kid to school or to make sure that someone that protected your freedoms is able to have medical care. Put a 1 in the chat if you think that's kind of messed up. That dudes that didn't care enough about their own freedom to be free cost more than a child, than a young person that needs their education and needs to go to school. Costs more than sending a kid to school. And also costs more than taking care of the men and women, the service members, okay, in our country that have fought. Just saying. The parasites, right? Princess, thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. That's for you too over at the tubes of you. Listen, I want some subscribers. Now, repeat offenders make the system a revolving door of waste. Waste. Thank you so much, custom made. Yeah, waste. Society is who keeps footing the bill for this stuff too. It's us. It's us. All of us have to foot the bill for dudes who will never learn. Who don't want to learn, who don't care to learn, who just don't care. Princess, thank you so much for the corgi. So yeah, I want to know, What would you rather your tax dollars go to? Would you rather your tax dollars go to inmates, or would you rather your tax dollars fund public schools? What would you rather do with that? Or would you rather your money fund inmates, like dudes that just will not get right? Or would you rather that money go for, I don't know, subsidized daycare or something else that would actually serve the community? Oh yeah, that was a good one. Healthcare right there. Yes, healthcare, schools, education, more schools. Absolutely. We've got places that are even talking right now of having to shut schools down, and hospitals that are being shut down for lack of funding. Okay? Why can't we do it all? Because they falsely imprisoned us. Rebel, didn't I block your silly self? Hold on. Let me go ahead and do something real fast. Let me do something real fast, because I know I got rid of you before. Hold on. And don't come back. Don't you come back. Don't build another profile and come back. I don't want to see you ever again. Now, just messed up stuff. Danger Kitty, thank you so much for the, what you just sent me. CCA got me the Daily Heart Me. Thank you so much. Psychic Queen gave me a goat. Diamond Johnson said a donut. Thank you so much. I wish they were, yes, affordable daycare. Yeah. Folks want us to have more kids, but don't. What are we supposed to do? Anyway. They get so triggered when they're helping the cycle continue. Ooh. We cannot. But ladies, I understand that it's almost impossible to stop everything, but we can say today that it's not going to be me. I'm not about to be a host. Okay? Not about to be a host over here. All right. No, I do not want to battle. No. I don't want to battle. Okay. So, yeah. Real quick, let me talk about the top viewers, and then I'll move on to the next section. Mandy's number 1, Bella's number 2, Momo's number 3, Diamond's number 4, and Flockin is number 5. Thank y'all so much. Danger Kitty, thank you so much for the roses. Yes. Prison dudes aren't kings. They are literally tapeworms in sweatpants. Even though I guess in their case it would just be like one pant leg with 2 pockets, but nothing in the pocket. I don't know how the sweatpants will work. Never mind. Let's talk about the community mold. Okay? Let's talk about the community mold. When these men get out, they don't rebuild communities. They rot them. They rot them to the core. They lower property values. They destabilize neighborhoods. And they bring chaos wherever they go. Okay? They're not planting seeds. They're spreading spores. What the hell was that TV show that they just got a second season, or the second season, The Last of Us? Wasn't that like a video game or something first? Ugh. Okay? If that's what you want your communities to look like, then go ahead and keep hosting them. Okay? But I'm going to tell you exactly why I think about that crap about The Last of Us. Okay, I understand that those things were like monsters, the spores got in them and all that stuff. Okay, but when you think about it like this, what do these dudes do? They get out of prison. I am not saying all, because I know there's going to be a couple of pick-me's and a couple of felons coming in here, because it happens like every time I talk about this. And there's going to be like, well, I went to CDL school, or I have a business, whatever. The vast majority of these dudes are not going to do anything that is good for society, not one single bit. So what actually ends up happening? You know what happens? They go home. Okay, they bamboozle and manipulate a woman. The woman typically that was taking care of them and putting all the money on the books and the money on the phone and coming to visit them and, oh, daddy this, no, daddy, I love you that, and all that bullshit. They manipulate those women to let them come home with them. Okay? They come home with them, and then, y'all, what season is this right now? I was talking about it this morning. It's homosexual season. It is the time where dudes are trying to find a warm place to sleep. They are looking for food and comfort and shelter for zero money. And they feel like a bunch of women are desperate. And so they will prey on a woman's empathy They call it desperation, but it's actually empathy. They don't want to see a dude in a bad way. A lot of us have been socialized to take care of others. And so these women are letting these spores into they're letting these moldy, dusty things into their homes. And then what do these guys want to do a lot of times? Trap a woman with a baby almost immediately. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we don't want that. We don't want any of that. I'm gonna go ahead and spray. Yeah, because they want to trap a woman with a baby almost immediately. Breathing all that crap in. Hell, protect me. Lysol. Look. They're trying, they sit there and spread their seed. What it really is they're, what do y'all call that? When they're releasing spores. They're trying to make sure that they can take hold of whatever community they enter. And then after they have a foothold in it, they typically destroy it in some kind of way, don't they? Okay? We don't want that. It happens to a lot of ladies. Okay? Praise be. Oh, I saw. Yeah, they're pollinating. Hold on. Spawning. Is that what it's called? Bella, thank you so much for the hat and mustaches. Yeah. Freaking gross. Freaking gross. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily Harmony and please subscribe. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and mention it because I see that what Bella just did. Bella just went in there and I think just lit up. Yup, sure did. Yeah, I had Mandy light up my gift gallery and so did Bella. If y'all could find it in your heart, I got a notification. From my agency. I'm with Gravitas Q. Oh, Kit Kat, thank you so much for the for the roses. And was that who sent that thing? Was that Psychic that sent the dealie? Momo, thank you so much for the hand heart. Yeah, if y'all could find it in your hearts to light up my gift gallery, whatever you can do, I'd appreciate it. I got a notification telling me that, hey, it's that time. They got a New York trip coming up. But I got to compete. I got to compete for the trip, okay? So if y'all think that what I'm talking about is worthwhile, Bella, thank you so much for the hearts. If you think that what I'm talking about is worthwhile, please, if you find it in your heart, light up my gift gallery. Do that too, okay? All that stuff helps me get to New York, all right? Get to New York, get to TikTok headquarters. I'll be in New York talking about their worms in sweatpants. I'll be over in New York talking about ditch that man when he goes to jail. He's a worm. He's a worm in sweatpants. If you want to keep yourself protected, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Amen and thank God. Look. Ditch that man. Woo! I can't breathe that in. That's lemon. That's the spirit of lemon. That's the spirit of lemon. They love you. Oh, gosh. Who said? Naisha. You said they love jail. Yeah. In some cases they do. In some cases they do. And why? Why do y'all think they love jail? I want to see that in the comments. I'll read them off. Why do y'all think they love jail so much? Please don't be in a... I am, though, because I'm a fool. I know. Well, it's not exactly closed. I will turn the fan on. Alexa, set fan to oscillate. I'll turn my fan on. Because I might get sick from this. Why do women live in jail? Or why do women live jail, Gary? No, I didn't. And I meant to. I actually got up. Golly. Thank you so much, Momo. Ah! Thank you so much. I meant to do it and I forgot. Oh my God. Dang. Oh my God, Momo. I went over there where I keep my meds. Mm. I'm so glad you reminded me. Thank you. Because that would have been bad. Because again, what happens when I don't take my fibro medication? In the morning, I will be sick. I will be sick as a dog in the morning. Oh, Psyche, thank you for the gamer tater. Bella, thank you for the roses. Oh, Psyche, thank you for the lightning. Let's see, your first date at 19 was taking a bandit to court straight from jail. He said it was an errand. Bestie. Bestie. I hope you never talk to that man again. I hope you never talk to that man. I hope... Oh, God. I would be so mad. I would be so mad. All right. Oh, y'all are over here lighting it up. Thank y'all so much for lighting up the gallery. I appreciate it. Listen. Oh, my God. That sucks. So, okay. So, these guys go in there. Okay? They go in there. They're not planting seeds. They're releasing spores. Okay? They're releasing spores of violence and poverty. Okay? And more babies to continue the generational curse. Okay? Of ride or dies and losers going to prison. Okay? And that is what really sucks. They are not building communities. They are wrecking them. They're like a huge, nasty, dusty wrecking ball. They're like, what is that stuff? Asbestos. You know? Like, you got to be really careful when you're tearing down buildings that were built at a certain time, or if you're remodeling a home because it may have been built with asbestos, you got to take special care. They're like that. They're like that. Okay? Gross. Neighborhoods with high recidivism rates, lower property value. Seriously. And there's going to be higher crime. Like, nothing good comes out of it. They infect good women. I have a whole live dedicated to talking about the kinds of women that get targeted by these dudes. And contrary to popular belief, these women are not desperate. They're women that care. They're women that wear their hearts on their sleeves. They're educated women. They're all sorts of women. These guys are targeting women with resources and status. Okay? It's not desperate women. Not all the time. They're actually like a minority. Okay? And here's what happens. Every relapse back to the prison system. Okay? It creates economic decay. Okay? It creates economic decay. The less people you have in the workforce, in the community, I mean, then you have less people paying taxes. Taxes is what... Okay? Okay? If you know anything about civics or how any of that stuff works, you gotta have people in the workforce. Let's see. The gear is sending me... Yeah, babe, I hope they are listening. I try. I try every single day. I try. Momo, thank you so much for power sharing the live. We all need a hazmat suit. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. I want to know from y'all in the chat. Have y'all ever had somebody, some dude in the neighborhood that just ruined the peace of the neighborhood? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had somebody. And that goes for you too on the tubes of you. Have you ever had somebody in your neighborhood, some guy, that was just like ruining everything for everybody? It's like everything would be like totally cool, except you got the one loser that's like, I don't know, the violent crackhead or something like that. Or the dude that's always breaking into everybody's cars and you know it's Johnny. You know it's Johnny. Yeah. Yeah. Mandy, thank you so much for power sharing the live. All right. Let me talk about the top viewers real quick and then I'll move on to the next section. Bella's number 1, Danger Kitty's number 2, Momo's number 3, Mandy's number 4, and Morphin Orphan is number 5. Listen. Let's talk about the taxpayer tapeworm. Okay? Now, back in the day, there were people that like wanted a tapeworm because it was like a weight loss thing, right? What are tapeworms known for? They're known for eating up all the nutrients that the host swallows it, and then the tapeworm eats up all the host nutrients so that the host actually kind of starves, okay? That's what happens. Miso, you're at number 2. Did something happen? What you do? You're not there anymore? Was I taken out of top viewers for leaving the live? Yes. Every time you leave the live, yeah, you'll not be on the top viewers anymore. That's how that works. Yes, like a leech. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so if y'all can, I want y'all to keep that thought in your head right there, okay? Keep that one. Tapeworms don't actually unalive the host, okay? They don't kill it. They just keep draining the host, okay? We're talking about the taxpayer tapeworm at this point, okay? Then we'll talk about the ladies in general. Okay, so that's exactly what repeat offenders do, all right? Court costs, probation officers, public defenders, you're paying for it. I'm paying for it. We're paying for it all, okay? He commits the crime, and then we foot the bill, okay? That's not a man, okay? What is that? That's a mouth with legs. That is a mouth. Help me. That's a mouth with legs, okay? Mouth with legs. Barf. All right? Every single thing, okay, is we take care of. And these guys really don't ever repay their restitution. Like the judge might sentence them like during their yeah, you got to pay like $40,000 restitution. Okay, that's money that they got to pay back to whoever they wronged for the crime. Okay, that usually doesn't get paid back. Okay, and the rehabilitation programs rely on public grants. And I have a whole live. I might actually talk about that tomorrow. If my voice isn't shot from hollering tonight, I will talk about the public programs, the rehabilitation programs that I don't agree with. And not because I don't agree with rehabilitation. I just think we're putting the cart before the horse as a society. Yes, I'm wearing a hazmat suit. Uh-huh. Did I have candy today? Maybe. Maybe I had candy today. If it's paid through taking their money in their inmate fund. All right. So let's talk about this. Actually, real quick. I want y'all to spam a worm. I want y'all to put the worm emoji in the chat if you were tired of these freeloaders. Of funding these freeloaders. I want to see that. Spam the chat with them little worms. Because we're talking about these tapeworms today. What is that? Is that a caterpillar? Yeah, put some worms in the chat. I want to see it. I want to see a bunch of blood. Actually, that's kind of grossing me out. Oh, yeah, look at that. With the bacteria. Ugh. Okay. Stop spamming it, because that's actually kind of grossing me out. Oh, God. Flocking blood. Oh, God. Okay, no, that's gross. Oh, no. Okay, stop. I'm going to barf. Oh, God, I'm going to barf. Okay, stop. Okay, look. Let me talk about the top viewers real quick. Oh, God, I'm going to barf. Okay, look. Bella's number 1, Miso's number 2, Momo's number 3, Manny's number 4, and Morphin Orphan is number 5. Thank y'all so much. No, seriously, seeing all those little squigglies in the chat was going to make me throw up. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Now, let's talk. Wait, how do they get away with not paying restitution? Come on now. All right. Now, the next part I want to talk about, because this is in sections, the next part I want to talk about is women as a host, okay? How felons parasitize women. Barf. Okay, how they parasitize. Yeah, I'm saying it right. Look, let's talk about the commissary catfish, okay? You got these dudes with their flim-flams, wompy woms, and their snack cakes and Twinkies and muffins and pies and cakes and pies and whatever the hell. These men don't date women, okay? Seriously. A lot of people might think they do, but that's not what's happening. They siphon women. That's really what's going on, okay? They use love letters and sob stories, like fishing lines, okay? And the moment you bite, you're funding his jail snacks, okay? His phone time and his little luxuries. What are the little no, I don't even know. No, Fridays, we get into the little luxuries, okay? The little luxuries that aren't actually mentioned in this outline, okay? Because Friday, we start talking about the harlots, okay? The dudes that are paid for with these. Okay, yeah, you can see them. Yeah. We talk about that stuff on Fridays, okay? But we talk about those little luxuries. Let's see. Tiana's place that I had a friend that would get used by men in prison. She would send them commissary money and snacks. Ugh. Uh-huh. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for sending the love you so much. Tiana, yeah, tapeworm is right. Uh-huh. They're gross. Oh, hey, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. You know what I forgot to mention, and I always forget this? Once the live goal is completed, this one in particular, I will open up the panel for discussion, okay? There will be a second live goal, and that'll be to open up the role plays, if y'all are in the mood for that, okay? Thank you so much, Tiana. Oh, Heather, thank you so much for the pumpkins, and Crystal, thank you for getting your daily heart me. Yes, I appreciate that. All right. Oh, Heather, you just became the title gifter of the pumpkin. Thank you so much. All right. So, yes. Commissary catfish. Okay? You're getting all this stuff for him. You're buying his little jail snacks. Okay? And you're paying for everything. And he's sitting there bragging about his ride or die. Okay? That is not something that any woman should aspire to be. Some guys ride or die. That's a whole other outline, though. That's for another day. So let's talk about this. Women. It's mostly women, too. You know what? And I know this from my experience as a fusion center analyst back when I worked for a state prison system. Women are the ones that are mostly putting the money on the books and the money on the phone. Okay? It's not the dudes. Dudes typically forget about dudes in prison, okay? They forget about dudes in prison. They don't talk to each other. Not like that, you know? When men are asking for help, when they're in prison, they are asking women because they're preying on the ladies because ladies have been socialized to have empathy. They're using your empathy. They're using the fact that, you know, you were told little fairy tale stories. Okay. Girl, what's with the hazmat suit? Is the subject that toxic? Yes! The subject is gross. Yes. Tapeworm. Wouldn't you be freaked out if you saw a tapeworm wearing sweatpants? I would. First of all, where'd they get the sweatpants? The TikTok shop? I don't know. They make everything. They sell everything on the TikTok. You probably could find a pair of sweatpants for a tapeworm in the TikTok shop because they got everything. They got things you've never seen in your life. I see something new every day. I love the TikTok shop. Could you imagine? Listen. Women are the ones that keep everything flowing in a prison, okay? Women pay for the commissary, the phone calls. They do all the visits, all that BS, okay? And then these creeps use these manipulation tactics. Y'all remember last night how, you know, that dude, well, was it last night or was it yesterday? Was it the afternoon? I think it was the afternoon. Where that dude came on. He had been in my live a few times. I was talking about a completely different subject and he came in like, I need some hearts today. And that dude used to be in prison. He's a jailbird for real, but he's been out for 15 years. I need some hearts today. I lost my babies. His drunk ass His drunk ass came in here with the sob story, but he was telling way too much information about shit that didn't matter. But not really enough information about the fact that his drunk ass was having a fight at the house and the cops got called. And that's how he lost the babies. And then he had his pick Misha in my comment section. I blocked her too. I blocked her first and then got rid of him in the middle of him telling his dumbass story. But the biggest thing that I want to remind y'all of were a lot of the ladies in here fell for it. A lot of ladies fell for that shit. That's the kind of stuff I was hearing all the time on the phone. Y'all, this is my jail phone. Tubes of you, this is my jail phone. Hey, baby, you know what? Man, you are my queen. You are my everything. You are the only one who believes in me. Everybody else has left me behind. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has left me behind, but you, not you. Can I get $50? Or maybe $100? Like, come on now. Come on. Ridiculous. And that dude is going to be living rent-free. Okay? Literally and emotionally. Who fell for that mess? Mandy, you fell for it. I'm talking about that guy from yesterday. You fell for it? Y'all are so nice. Y'all are all nice. Mandy, don't act like you don't remember. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, Momo too. Yep. Got my mods full. But that's exactly what I would hear on the phone back when I was a fusion center analyst working for the state prison system. Just lying, just manipulating. Just wanted to be up in a lady's face. Just to lie. Just to get some electronic hugs. Okay? Just to have some attention. Let's see, as soon as you started blaming the bar for being, for him being he was an alcoholic that was blaming everybody. Oh, you do? Yeah, I had to put on the biggest ones I had to combat the fact that I'm wearing this ginormous hazmat suit. Uh-huh. Yeah, that guy was terrible, but yeah, he'll never be back. I can't have his dusty beard back up in here. Gross. It was gross. Oh my God, shout out to the lip combo. I make the dumbest faces. Listen. Let's see. I know Kit Kat's got the answer to this one. So Kit Kat, don't answer. But how much do you think the average woman spends on a prison dude a month? What do you think it is? Do you think it's like $100 or $500 or what? What do y'all think it is? Put it in the chat what you think it is. Mia says 200, somebody saying 1,000, over 350, 500. Dang. $580. That's specific. 250, a good 300. 500. Too much. 230. Please tell me not over 1,000. Oh Lord. 300. 500. What's the question? Too late. 1,260. Damn. 250. 800. Yeah, it depends. 450. Golly. I gotta spray something for that, because hell no. Get that away from me. That Lysol. Get a little bit of that microban. Hell no. Not over here. That's too much. Watch this. I'm gonna be sick in about 10 years. It'll be because of this live right here. It may be gone spray. Hell, I got my microban, okay? It's that microban. And I got that Lysol. Listen. Please like the live while I'm breathing in these fumes. Oh my God. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can't contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily Harmony and please subscribe. Jessica. I know. You know how long it took me to come up with that? That took me hours. Jessica, thank you for the rose. Shaky. Hey, Shaky. Thanks for the roses. Oh my God. Yeah, y'all do the live goal. I'm over here dying from Lysol. I I know it's not your fault, but I'm going to try to make y'all feel bad. I'm going to play the same game that the inmates play. Please put some money on the books. You see what I'm doing for y'all? I'm over here breathing in these chemicals. Listen. Get the Drano. Golly, Keo. Turn on the fan and open the door. Yeah, I've got my fan on. And my door, I think my door is open. My room is pretty big, though. My room is huge. Well, it's not huge, but it's pretty big. Miso, thank you so much for the roses. Kit Kat, thanks for the roses. You used to have a tapeworm in sweatpants? Oh, my God. Yeah, you got to get rid of that. Get them out of there. We need to dissolve all the scum. You say you got to make sure you see me in the morning. Oh, man. I'm sorry about that. Cook. Hey, Experiences, thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. Listen. Let me talk about the top viewers real quick before I move on to the next section. Oh my gosh, how many of these sections do I have left? Ooh, I'm about halfway finished, y'all. I would like to open up the panel because I know y'all got something to say. I know you do. All right. Ooh, this one's gonna be fun to talk about in a second. All right, top viewers. Bella's number 1, Miso's number 2, Momo's number 3, Mandy's number 4, and Shaky is number 5. Thank y'all so much. Whoa, he got you what? Bella, thank you so much for the bow knot. I appreciate it. Soul, thank you for the rose. Oh. Black Pearl, thanks for getting your daily heart me. Jordan, thank you so much for the roses. Soul, thank you for the rose. Sweet. Okay. Black Pearl, thank you so much for the roses. And Shaky, too. I love those roses. Yes. Roses all day long. Oh, my goodness. This situation, this next one I'm about to talk about, I'm going to try not to get upset. Because I can already feel my voice that is not even 100% recovered. Whoa! Jessica, he got you arrested over his lab? Girl, I'm sorry. I can't say. I can't even say. Bella, thank you so much for the roses. Oh my God. I know. But I gotta be careful with the tea though, because I'll be having so much tea. That stuff make my tummy hurt. Let's see, mine was doing, Yeah, that dude didn't care about being free. Sad when all you want to do is help. Right, well, they take advantage of women that want to help. I saw that all the time in my office. That was really sad. All the time in my office. That's how it started. Just women that didn't want to see dudes in a bad way. You know, or women that were being taken advantage of because they got a little too close to an inmate and told them her business. And then they play on the fact that, like, it sucks out there financially. And, hey, maybe you could do this little bit for me. Hey, Triple Heart. Maybe you could do this little bit for me and you can get paid. It's messed up how they would do women. All right. Let's talk about this. The post-prison squatter. Now, again, I don't know who has come in and who has left, okay? I don't know. Let me see. All right. Maybe not that many, because I only got like 18 new followers in this situation right now. Okay, so maybe not too many people have filtered in and out. And that's cool. But, listen. Typically, when these dudes get out of prison, they don't get a job. Typically. And I know there's going to be a bunch of people that's like, well, you know, my boyfriend got out and or my husband got a job driving trucks. My husband, my man, did something and has a job. Yeah, okay, so the fuck what? Because the majority don't do anything productive. The most productive thing that the majority of these guys do is leech, which probably burns a lot of calories, which is why they're eating up all your baby snacks. Because they're too busy being a leech, and it burns so many calories. They're tired. The prison dudes come home. They're tired. They're tired from leeching and slinging dirty peen day in and day out to be able to stay at your house. They are tired. Ladies, they're tired. They're burning up all the calories leeching, okay? Yes, they're burning up all the... I did say it. I said peen. And it's dirty. And it's dusty. And it's got lint all over it. Anyway, the dude doesn't get a job when he gets out. He gets a woman. He gets himself a woman before release. Okay? He has to find himself a lady with no criminal record to leech off of her. Okay? Yeah, I said lint. Probably right in the pee hole. Okay? Probably right in there too. They don't wash correctly. Oh, we achieved the live goal? Okay. I will open up the panel for discussion when I'm finished with this. But real quick, let me shout out the folks that contributed, and I do really appreciate y'all. Let's see. Mandy. 5 Borders. I know that's you, Shaky. Momo. Joshua. Miso. Bella. Danger Kitty. Morphin. Flockin. Miss Whitlow. Corporate Nerd. Kit Kat. Becco. Let's see. Corrupted. Triple Hearts. Trendy Herbalist. Jordan. I'm So Pretty. Di Johnson. Jody. Chris Scalzada. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Beth. Let's see. Tiana and Talk Nice. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for contributing to the live goal. The next live goal I'm setting up is for the role plays. If y'all want to do role plays tonight, and I've got some fun ones, okay? I've got some fun ones cooked up. If y'all want to do role plays tonight, we got to do the finger heart goal. So please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to that live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart man. Please subscribe. Uh-oh, somebody got muted. I missed whatever they said. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Somebody is trying to make this about people's ethnicities and race. No, this stuff is happening to everybody. Every woman in every ethnic group in this great country of ours every group has a subgroup of people that are going through this exact thing. Oh, good, Momo. Thank you so much. Because, ew. It's not just one group. Mm-hmm. Bessie said the United Nations of Tapeworms. Yeah, and they all wear dusty-ass sweatpants. Hell, they all wear, like, hand-me-down sweatpants. I don't know. They're nasty. Whitney, thank you so much for the finger hearts. Listen. So the guy gets out. He gets his woman. Uh-oh. I think I replied to her and said, us white ladies aren't immune. She just isn't one type of woman. Oh, yeah. What the hell? Somebody tried to make it sound like, oh, come on. Like there ain't a bunch of dust-ups happening in the trailer parks. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. Let's call it like this. The dude gets out and he gets a woman. Okay, he gets himself a woman instead of getting a job. All right. He moves in with her. He drives her car. He eats her food and her baby's food. He drains her energy. Okay. And then when she finally says she's tired because she realizes like this dude isn't going to do anything that he promised because he future faked her while he was locked up. Because they all do that. He was future faking her. He was lying just to get in her house. Okay? But then when she finally says that she's tired, he'll call her Ungrateful. Ungrateful. Hey, Nina. Yeah, ungrateful. Why? Because I want to tell y'all something right now. Regardless of what the situation was that brought them into prison and the fact that they're broke, the fact that they're dusty, the fact that they're dirty, the fact that they got no money, the fact that they had to come live with a woman. Because we live in a patriarchy, those guys still think they're the prize. That's the problem. And so he's going to see it. He's going to see his presence alone as something good for her. Even though he's given her like BV, you know, or like other gross things that she's got to go to the clinic and take care of. Whoa, hold on a second. Miss Marty, you're not acting stupid wanting to believe. You believed it because you were manipulated. That's what happens. Y'all, I'm going to be serious real quick. There's a lot of... We've been socialized to take the blame. We've been socialized to take accountability for things that aren't our fault. Okay? All the time. We've been brought up like that as women. As little girls. Okay? And then what also sucks about it too is that we have like male-centered women in our families that were also socialized to do the same thing. And so we don't have just men telling us stuff. Actually, a lot of that we got from our moms and our other, the women in our family. You know, hey, go put some long pants on. We're having company over. You can't be wearing those shorts. Or hey, you can't wear a tank top. Even though it's 90 degrees outside. You know, because you don't want the boys looking at you. We're taught from a very early age that our actions cause men and boys to behave badly. And because of that, it excuses when men lie to women. And they do a lot. They lie a lot to us. Because if they told us the truth, a lot of them wouldn't have a chance. Okay, so we really do need to break the cycle of blaming ourselves for the things that they do to us. It's not your fault if you got manipulated because of a dude's lies. They are taught how to deceive us. They work on it. And when it comes to those guys in prison, you got dudes in there like that are master manipulators. Oh, come on now. This is the dumbest shit I ever heard. You know what? Don't act like Sukiana and expect to be treated like Mrs. Huxtable. You know what? I'm going to tell you right now that as far as men go, a Mrs. Huxtable will get treated like a Sukiana. It doesn't matter. There's no amount of respect that a woman can have for herself that is going to protect her from the bad actions of men. Zero. So don't come in here with that bullshit. Don't come in here with that bullshit. It doesn't matter what a woman does. Men are still going to act a fool. And it's not your fault. Okay? And don't listen to clowns like this. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and call this dude an Uber. Because that's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Dudes that want to sit there and act like how a woman dresses and behaves is going to protect her somehow. It doesn't. So ladies, quit even thinking about them. Don't be male-centered. Okay? Yeah, he's gone. All right, so I'm going to open up the panel for discussion. Okay? Oh. I'm going to change it back to 4. But please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. And please subscribe. Hello? Hello? Okay. I guess not. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button here. How's it going, Shaky?
It's going good. How about you?
Oh, good.
So, I find it so funny you're talking about this. Not really funny, but like, as the daughter of one of these men, I have some experience. So, my father went to jail for attempted murder.
Mm-hmm.
Keep this in mind. And my mom was one of those women back in the 80s who fell for him the first time.
Ooh.
Then he goes back to jail for, I'm trying to think of how to, I don't know about censoring or anything, but DRUGS charges.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on federal parole. So when he got pulled back in, he was put in for, I think it was finishing out his sentence, which was like 7 years. My mom left him, and then he got with his next wife, she supported him almost the whole time he was in there. Ooh. And out. And she ended up taking her life, and then he went back to jail, and then now he's with his new wife, who also supports him, and now he's like a crazy abusive man. So yeah, I don't trust none of these men. So I'm like, I would always tell people, I hate to be like stereotypical or anything, but especially if they're in there for attempted murder, maybe not a good idea. Just saying. Like, maybe just not a great idea. Especially when it was attempted murder against a woman. Like, that's the craziest part to me, is like these women keep falling. He has a history of domestic violence and like drug. It's just, I'm not trying to blame any women, trust me, because that man is, from I've experienced it myself being raised by him, he's a con artist to a T. He can really make you feel like he loves you and you're just the center of his world, but then like can flip on a dime if you don't give him what he wants.
Ooh.
So I'm like, I haven't spoken to him since I was like 19, but his now wife still reaches out to me and is like, he would really like to reconnect, and I'm like, no thank you. I'm good. But yeah, that's my main point. I was just like, that's crazy, and I'll leave the floor for the next person now.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my God.
Yeah, no problem.
What's going on? Hey.
So it's so funny. We actually listened to the conversation. We had to listen to a couple of the phone calls because we had a situation happen at the prison. And it's funny you're talking about that. We actually listened to one guy call about 3 different women trying to get some money for, commissary. But thing is, they just had commissary, so I'm pretty sure he's calling to get some money for drugs or bad word. Or them honey buns that, you be showing, prison honey buns and stuff like that. I said, when I was listening to it, I was thinking about you. I said, oh my God, she would probably be cracking up laughing at this, like, because you talk about it all the time. So it's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, the lady that said they're con artists, honey, yes, baby, all they do is sit and think of the next con to pull, the next woman to pull the wool over her eyes, and they start getting their squatting pads ready, as Lever just said, months in advance. They start, with the whole dating apps and everything like that, and it's ridiculous. But I just want to say hi to Blurry Lavender. I love your lashes. You're amazing.
Thank you.
I always support you.
Thank you so much. Be safe.
All right, I will. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Miss Marty.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Miss Lavender. So I have a story to share. I was a teacher for many, many years, and I got very sick about 10 years ago, and I had to stop teaching. So they put me on, my teacher's early retirement, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was real lonely at that time, and I was not going anywhere. I was just staying home. And my friend says, "Oh, why don't you join online dating?" So I did that, and I met this man, and he told me that years ago he had been in prison. So I said, well, years ago, it's probably fine. So he tells me that he had 2 children, and his wife left him and the children because she was in love with somebody else and committed suicide.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, I'm sorry, committed self-deleting. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
So she, supposedly, this happened. So after one thing and another, and supposedly his mom kicked his kids out, and the kids were outside, and so, can they sleep in the living room in your apartment? Okay, now mind you, I had a daughter, almost grown, and she's like, "Mom, I don't like this," because I'm like, "Oh, poor little children, I was a teacher, they're outside me being stupid," and of course my Cuban mother telling me, "You are a fool, girl, no, no, no." So I did that, all that. He supposedly was working, and he only worked on this day and that, whatever. So I started supporting all 3 of them, plus my child and myself, because that's the kind of fool I was. He was driving my car because I didn't feel good, so to take the kids to school and to take my daughter to high school. Just all this stuff, and it just got worse and worse and worse. So, then he put me on a silent treatment, the thing that, I hate when they manipulate you like that. And I was like, dude, what is this? And he wasn't talking to me because I was a liar. Don't you know? I was the liar. So all this crap, I said, you know what? You just need to leave. You want me out? Yes, I do. Well, okay, so he gets all this and says, but you know what? I can't leave because I don't have any money. I said, wait. I think I have some cash in my wallet. Hang on, Joe. Let me look. I looked. I made a big deal of it. I found $1. That's all I had. I said, "Here, this is what I got now. Take this $1. I'm sure it'll get you something. And go." I said, "When I get paid again, I will sell you some more money." Of course, I didn't do that. And about a week later, I get a call. I get a message on Facebook from his dead wife telling me that she had run because she was afraid for her life. And she didn't get a chance to take the kids because he was beating her. And to please, take care of her. I said, I said, "No, I'm sorry, ma'am. He's not here anymore. And I don't have your children." "Oh, but you have to." I said, "I don't have to help anybody. I'm so sorry. I need to help myself and my child and my family. And I hope y'all take care. God bless. Bye-bye." Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I texted him and I said, "Hey, guess what? You do miracles, man. You resuscitated your dead wife." And she told me what happened. "Oh, they better not call you, because if they call you, they're going to have problems with me." I said, "That's all between all y'all. I am out of this. You all are blocked. That's it."
Ooh.
So that's what happened to me. Ladies, be careful.
Whoa. Thank you so much for sharing your experience.
It was very scary. It was very, very scary. But my friend, she's my girl. She's like, "Girl, if you had not pulled out that $1 bill and showed the little bit of balls you had left," she says, "it would have gone another way. But by you doing that," she says, "that was God's protection on you, showing you that you're still in his favor, standing up." I said, "Yeah, or it could have been real dangerous and I wouldn't be here no more." So I just don't recommend anybody do anything like that. They've been in jail. Just think.
Yeah, be careful. And I'm glad you're okay. Oh my goodness gracious.
Texas now, I'm safe.
Yes.
I'm in a different state. It
Good.
wasn't because of him, because of my health, but I'm in a much better place now. Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad.
Thank you for your advice, Lavender. I love your advice. Sometimes I can't type quick enough, but what I'm always putting is in agreement with what you're saying. It just sometimes comes out different, but I'm like, yeah. Okay. God bless you, honey, and God bless everybody.
All right.
I'm here listening.
All right.
Bye-bye
Have a
now.
good night. All right.
You too.
Thank you. All right. Would anybody else like to come up? Going once. Go ahead and request if you want to. Going twice. Thank you so much, Shells. Let's see. Going. All right. I'm going to go back. Oh, man. I always mess up my outline. Let me get back in here. Oh, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me. And please subscribe. Oh, who's requesting? Nobody's requesting. Okay. I thought I missed something real quick. Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about the bailout black hole. Okay. Listen. Oh, thank you, Witchy Chef. Listen. I am going to move this back to the way it was before, but that does not mean the panel is not open. It's just that I don't like looking at the empty boxes, if that makes any sense. So if you'd like to come up, you still can. Okay. Ooh, thank you so much, Little. How's your knee? Okay, we go put your foot up then. Are you?
No.
You're not?
I'm washing the dishes.
Oh, okay. Well, make sure you put your, elevate your leg. Okay. Sorry about that. That was my Little. Her knee hurts. Oh. Yes, they do need washing. I was getting on to my daughter because she would wait. She would wait until like midnight to do the dishes. But she has class in the morning. And I'm like, what are you doing? So let's not do that. There's no reason to wait that long to do the dishes. You know, you've got coursework and then go to bed. I don't know. So yeah, so now I guess she's doing them, which is awesome because it's 8, you know. So yeah, she'll be able to go to bed. She's being responsible, barely, sort of. You have dinner at midnight? Chef's wife life? Yeah, that can... Actually, that's probably fun. A little bit. All right, so let's talk about the... oh, hold on. Let me talk about the top viewers real quick before I forget. Bella's number 1, Miso's number 2, Momo's number 3, Shaky's number 4, and Whitney is number 5. Thank y'all so much. Is that her chore? Yes, that's her chore. I think that's like one of her only chores. That and taking her brother to the bus stop in the morning. Let's see. When they stop asking you for money, but keep talking, what are they planning? I don't know. Where are they when they stop asking for money? Here, can you do me a favor and come up? I'm going to request for you to come up. You don't have to turn your camera on or anything. But can you come up, please? And if you're not going to come up, let me know. So I'm not just sitting here waiting and like talking to empty space. But I kind of need to know what the situation is to be able to give you a good answer. Okay? So, you know, let me know in the next 5 seconds if you're going to come up or not. Or just come up. Or something. You know what I mean? Like, let me know what's happening. Or else I'll just be talking to dead space. You want to, but my accent will give me away. I need anonymity. Okay. All right. Well, maybe somebody else will be able to help you in the chat. I apologize because I'm very unable to keep up with the chat. Whitney, thank you so much for the finger hearts and the Go Popular. I appreciate it. All right. So, the bailout black hole, okay? Some of these women end up in so bad of a financial situation, okay, that they might lose their homes trying to keep a dude out of jail. Okay. They'll pay for bail. They'll pay for lawyers' fees, fines. They'll sell their car. They're going to drain their savings, okay? And then they'll still end up with a man who's right back behind bars, all right? That is not love. That's emotional foreclosure, okay? I want to know real quick before I go any further, how many of y'all know a woman that has either lost her home or lost something of value to her for trying to take care of a dude in prison? Okay, let's see, your dad's wife taking a mortgage out for lawyers and bail. Oh, God. She lost her house. Yeah. That is really, really sad. And it happens It happens a lot. There's women that are, in danger of losing their apartments. Let's see, not only women, but I've seen parents do it for their child that's a habitual offender. Yes. Yeah. That one, though, I've just recently started talking about parents because they're kind of a whole different situation. They're a different situation because they're the parents. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Okay. Anyway. Hang on a second. Oh, I can't do anything. All right. Here's what I want to talk about. Actually, no, nobody wants to come up here yet. All right. Remember, the panel is open for discussion. I'm sorry for anybody that might be watching on the tubes of you. I can't even see the chat. I haven't figured that out. I messed some kind of setting up. Let's see. So what was the other lady's story talking about taking care of the three of them? Listen. Let's talk about this stuff. In a lot of these situations for these ladies, you've got the financial... It's not that I can't see the chat. Okay, experiences, and for everybody else, it's not that I can't see the chat. It's that I'm working. You know what I'm saying? I'm working, and it's hard for me to focus. Like, I can't focus on the chat. So if somebody's got like a detailed question, I ask for them to come up onto the panel so I can focus on them and listen, because I can't do this and read that at the same time. Like, it's just not going to work. But yeah. But the thing about this, let's see, mods. I do have mods, but the thing is, the mods don't do what I do. You know what I mean? The mods are there to like organize things and to help out. But if I've got a person, for anybody that's not understanding what's happening right now, there's a person that will not come up. Okay? There's a person that won't come up that's asking for help, and I can't help them because I can't do this and that at the same time. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me, and please subscribe. You're about to... Yeah, because honestly, I don't... Momo, I think I think we're on the same page right here, Momo. I think we're on the same page. And actually, if you can, there you go. Thank you so much. Because I'm not 100% sure that's even a person, actually. And Momo, I think you're probably thinking that same thing too. Is that correct, Momo? Are you suspicious that might not be yeah, I don't think that was a person, honestly. Yeah. That was a bot, I believe, to derail. Yeah, I didn't like that. All right. Yeah, because typically somebody doesn't just like keep, and that's another way that you'll know. These things are getting pretty advanced, y'all. The bots are getting pretty advanced. So one way that I've noticed is like they never come up. First of all, they don't have any followers. They're not following very many people. There's no profile picture, no bio. And then they're talking a lot, but won't come up. And then there's always some weird excuse, but the excuse makes no sense. Yeah. And it's like, I don't have time. And it's not like because I've helped a lot of people, but it's like, yeah, if you're not going to come up, typically when people, because there have been a lot of women that are like, they're too nervous to come up. They don't want to do that in front of people, or they'd rather contact me in my DMs, and that's totally fine. But the thing that they don't do is like keep typing in the chat. They don't keep going. They'll just stop. Like they'll say, I want to come up, but I'm too nervous. And then they'll just like, you don't really see them anymore. But that was a bot. Uh-huh. Yeah. That was, yeah, that's a weird thing. That's totally a bot. Anyway. So, yeah. These guys will also do... Oh, hold on. What's going on now? I'm seeing ats at like one person. No, whoa, what's going on? Uh-oh. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on a second. Y'all, we don't have to fight with pick-me's. You guys, we don't have to fight with pick-me's. Here, I'll help y'all. I got it. Yeah, we don't need to argue with pick-me's. Melody, I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. And if that's a celebrity, I don't talk about celebrities at all. Let's see. The Felon. Oh. I don't know. All right. And the model guy. Oh, I don't know, because I don't know anything about his recent stuff. But, oh, thank Miss Brown. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know anything about the recent events with that person. Yeah, they can inbox me. Whoa. Yeah, the people can inbox me, but I have to say something, Katarina, about the inbox. Okay, y'all, for those that don't know me, if this is your first time in my live, if you have questions that you want me to answer, if you got something going on and you want my advice, if you ask about it in the live, then I don't charge you, okay? But if you DM me and you want advice, I charge. I charge like $35, okay? Because that's like my personal time. And so I charge when I'm outside the live, okay? So yeah, before anybody starts going to my DMs to like ask for stuff, like I do charge. And I will let you know this too. Because this has happened to me like before. If you go to my DMs and you ask for my advice and I tell you I charge, that's just it. Please don't get salty with me, because on my very next live, I will talk about you. I will talk about you on my very next live. Okay? So I'm just saying. You're having problems with coins? You want to book a session? Oh, wait. What do you mean, Tracy? I'm confused. What are you talking about? You're having a problem with coins. You want to book a session. What do you mean? Tracy, okay, hold on a second. Tracy, do you have time to come up for a second? So I can understand what you're talking about? No, because she said book a session. Because I don't understand. Yeah, Tracy, can you come up for 2 seconds? Because we're talking two different things. I'm scared. You can't do gifts, but that's not a session. That's why I want you to come up, Tracy. Because are you talking about two different things? You can't. Okay, because I'm confused real quick. Okay, because you said something about coins, and then you said something about booking a session. I take, so which one is the issue? I'm so confused. Are you talking about... No, she's not a bot. She's a real person. Huh? It says I can't do it, so I book. No, what are you talking about? Book a session. No. Listen. Okay. Make it a complete thought, Tracy. Please. Like, type a complete thought in one message. So I can understand. Yeah, you know how we send roses, etc. You can't reload. can I book a session? Oh, yeah, okay. No. You only need to, listen, you only need to book a session if you want to talk to me privately. That's it. Like, you don't have to gift me in the live to have me answer a question. Oh, you want to talk to me privately? Oh, okay. Well, it's $35, and I take Cash App. But DM me, okay? Just send me a DM. And if it's more, because I charge like $35 for like to just answer like one question if you got like a question. But if it takes more than that, then I will then we'll negotiate it. You want a gift, you don't care how much it is, you need help? No. One question, yeah, it's $35, but that's if you don't want to talk about it in here. Because again, if you don't care to share about it in the live, like, you don't have to pay me anything. But if you are seriously, you want it outside the live, like when I'm done with this, then I do charge $35, Tracy. Oh, well, it might not take $100, Tracy, but send me a DM, okay? Tracy, send me a DM with whatever you got going on, okay? And I hope you're okay. You're messing with me? Tracy, what's the matter with you? No, she's saying I'm messing with you. No, we know Tracy. We know Tracy. You're okay, the $100. Girl, send me a DM. Okay? And I'll let you know if it's that, because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't worth $100, I'm not going to charge you $100. Okay? Girl. But yeah, but send me a DM, seriously. And when I'm finished with this live, actually, because it doesn't look like we're going to make it to the, it doesn't look like we're going to need it. We're going to make it to the finger heart goal. So I'll be out of here at 9 o'clock. Okay. So yeah, if you want, no, I don't think we're going to make it because the role play unlocks at 500 finger hearts, Psychic Queen. And it doesn't look like we're going to make it. Yeah. We haven't done one in a little while. But yeah, okay, Tracy. Here's what you can do. Like, go ahead and DM me, like, what, you know what I mean? Like, just tell me what you need. Okay? And I'm going to get out of here at 9 o'clock. I'm going to make sure I get out of here on time. And I will get to you, like, first thing when I get out of the live, okay? And we'll figure it out. All right? But I'm pretty sure whatever it is not going to cost $100, okay? All right. But please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can't contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. Oh, you'll do that? Oh, okay. All right, Tracy. But yeah. Yeah, go ahead and DM me. And I will make sure to get to you as soon as I'm out of the live at 9 o'clock. Emma, I am not an ex-prison wife. For those that don't know me, my name is Lavender Echoes. I'm a USAF veteran. Let's see, after I got out of the military, I went into corrections. Okay? Oops. Went into corrections. Was a regular turnkey officer for the first couple of years. And then my warden thought that I was pretty smart. And so, let's see, what is this? Oh, Lord. Oh, no, I'm not a prison wife. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, girl. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And don't say A. Emma, don't say stupidly. Okay? Don't say that. Nah, don't say that you were stupid. You weren't stupid. Getting manipulated doesn't make you stupid. Okay? I was just talking about this. I'm guessing that you probably just came in just a little bit ago. Listen, getting lied to doesn't make you stupid. Okay? Emma, getting lied to does not make you stupid. That wasn't your fault. Okay? No, don't apologize. It's not your fault. These dudes are like master manipulators. And even if they weren't that good at manipulation before they got in there, when they get in there, they get around those master manipulators that give them a playbook on how to be even better liars. Why am I in a hazmat? Desi, I'm in a hazmat because these dudes are tapeworms and sweatpants. And I got the Lysol spray. Okay, spraying that stuff away. Getting them out of here. Okay. But yeah, Emma. Yes, they sure do learn from other criminals. And it is not your fault. These dudes go after strong women of all different types. Whether they're strong because they're strong financially or they're strong because, you know, they've got like emotional strength. Okay. They go after women that have had some kind of trauma. Like if they've seen dysfunction their whole lives. Okay, they go after those women. All right, there's like a few different types of women that they go after. They go after women that have just like lost a spouse. Okay, they know exactly what to do to tug on your heartstrings and make you feel bad for them and all that. I used to have to listen to those prison calls because I didn't understand how it was happening to these women. But I saw like a lot of women end up in jail because they were involved with these guys, because they made them safe to, or they made them feel safe to end up committing crimes. Oh, Lord. Emma, you thought you were safe because you were close to his family? His family probably helped set you up. I was just actually talking about this. Hell, was it yesterday? I was just talking about this. I have a whole live talking about the, well, no, I did like a mini. It was about pick-me's. But I have a live dedicated to, like, the boy moms of these felons. You did a show called Prison Brides? Your story is on there? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, I was just talking about this, like, either yesterday or the day before, Emma. He's a boy. That's what I'm saying. And there's, like, two types. There's, like, the one type that'll, like, hate your guts. And she thinks that, like, her son is her man and she'll, like, be fighting with you for attention with him. And then there's the other kind that'll sit there and, like, girl, they will sit there and act like they're your best friend. And that you're like oh my God, she loved you until you couldn't change him. Yeah. Because she's that kind of mom that has probably done a lot of stuff for him. And is tired, but she still wants him taken care of. Girl, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How's it going?
What's up?
Yeah, so what do you mean by tapeworms, though? Like, why that terminology?
I don't know who you are. Who are you? What's up? Why are you asking me this?
Well, so, like, why this topic? Like, did someone
Nope. No. Thank you, Tracy. Emma, are you still in here, Emma? Emma, do you have time to come up here? Golly. Do you have time to come up here, Emma? And talk about that? Because I'm serious. We were just talking about those moms. They will sit there and suck you in like those dudes, like they work together. They work together in tandem. Hey.
Hey.
Girl.
Is all I can say.
Mm-mm.
I I did 4 years. Well, 3.5 of his sentence, and we lasted 2 or 3 months on the outside. I moved from London to America. His mum helped me get a place. She co-signed for me. She came to our wedding. She was lovely, literally the best mother-in-law I could ever wish for, until he came out. He was out maybe 3 months. He went straight back to the streets. And then as soon as I couldn't like save him or help him anymore, she literally didn't want to. I've never spoken to her since the day he cheated on me at her house, and I went to the house and found out. Never spoken to her. She never checked on me. Bear in mind, I'm in a whole other country. I've moved for your son. Never checked on me. Then 2 weeks later, she moved in the girl that he cheated on me with. Like, that's normal. Bear in mind, we're married. Like, that was my husband. And I've never spoken to her since. Like, she enables his behavior because he went through some trauma when he was young, so she enables that behavior because she blames herself. Okay, well, he went through this when he was a kid, so I'm just going to enable his whole adult life. She's created a monster.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But like, how thick did she lay it on at the beginning, though?
Oh, thick. I used to speak to her all the time. I thought she was literally an angel sent from heaven. Like, when he came home, she did this massive speech about me, about how wonderful I was and how I'd changed her son's life and all these lovely, lovely things. And then, yeah, as soon as he went off the rails and I couldn't control him anymore, she was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Gone.
She was probably afraid that she was going to end up having to take care of him all over again, which is why moving the new woman in.
Yeah. She could then take care of him because she even said I found this later on, she always made it vocal that she didn't want him to parole to her house. So it was imperative that me and him get a place and that she would do whatever it was that needed to be to get this place for us. She would sign, she would do whatever, but she would not have him at her house, which should have been a warning sign to me, I guess.
But you think because she's the mother and she's a woman. I talk about this in another, when I talk about like the the toxic pick me prison wife groups that try to suck women in. They do this thing where it's like you think they're safe because they're also women. And you would think a woman would help protect another woman.
Wrong.
Not when it's the son.
Just as an example, I got familiar or friendly with a girl in one of these groups, and she ended up writing to one of the prisons pretending to be me and ended up getting my wedding cancelled. Like, these women are,
Oh my God.
Got a lot better. And I used to be one of them. Like, I used to be in the groups and sing to the high heavens about how prisoners can change and how people are not the same and people deserve second chances. And now I look back and think, oh my God, I had such low self-esteem that's what I thought that I deserved, clearly. And I just look back and think, wow, so sad for my, like, oh, what on earth.
Oh my God.
But like you say, they go for people that are vulnerable. So when I first wrote to him, it was purely out of, like, as you can hear, I'm from London, so I'm from England, and I was watching a documentary called 60 Days In. I'm pretty sure you've all heard of it.
I love that show.
Yeah, love that shit. So they spoke about Write a Prisoner, and we don't have anything like that here in England. So me being nosy, off I go on to Write a Prisoner, and I just wrote somebody that didn't have, like, an M charge, so like
yeah.
So I was like, okay, we'll just write to this person. And I purely was just being nosy, and I asked him a load of questions, and that's how our relationship started. So I was very naive as well to how these American, I won't just say American men in prison, but predominantly American men use women for financial gain, for all sorts of gain. And yeah, I wasn't really aware of that when getting involved. Like you said, I joined the groups. I think all these women are there for me. I think this is all great. And now looking back, I just think, oh my God, none of that was normal.
Oh my God.
Tracy said, is Emma married? Yeah, I actually got married to him while he was still incarcerated. So I actually got married inside of the prison.
Oh, jeez.
With his mum, funnily enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those dudes, oh my god, but those moms are monsters. Oh my god, what was the show you're... Okay, because typically I don't like those shows with like... God, I can't... I hate watching the shows where... Because I feel like I can't stand Love After Lockup.
No.
Because as somebody that's been like... I was a corrections officer and then I worked intel. And I busted like crimes and a lot of, you know, like that stemmed out into the public or spilled out into the public. And I saw a lot of women that had like no prior criminal history get locked up because they got involved with dudes on the inside. And then like after I went to internal affairs, I got promoted. I saw it happening even more and I was like, wow. Like I had no idea that this was that bad. And so many women's lives. I've seen children being taken away because, you know, fathers were telling the mothers of their children, like, hey, bring the drugs inside the prison in the baby's diaper. Nobody's going to catch it.
Oh, heck. There's a lady that I met on this journey. I won't name. Well, she actually, she says her story on here. She's very open about it. And she's called Brittany.
Mm-hmm.
And her man, I guess, coerced her into doing some things that she shouldn't be doing. And those things showed on Cash App, and she's now facing a federal charge of 5 to 15 years in prison, and that is a good outcome. She could have got 40, but she's got a good lawyer, and she's never been in trouble before. And funnily enough, her boyfriend got caught as well, and has like tried to take all the blame. But yeah, she's facing some serious time behind him. I know another lady from, I think she's from, I want to say Germany. She has just been arrested in Texas for sending in her husband materials, shall we say, in Bibles. So she was arrested and is now facing criminal charges. And that's, again, manipulation of these men.
Mm-hmm.
Prison.
Yeah.
So when you talk about girls and women getting in trouble for stuff, you know, that they never would have ever got in trouble for. I know so many stories and it's sad.
Yeah, it's really gross.
Interject?
Oh, hold on a second. Who turned your mic on? Who turned your mic on, Psychic Queen? Because I turned your mic off.
My bad.
No. No, it's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure Emma had it because I saw that you were excited.
I'm so excited, so excited. Hi, Emma. Our stories are very similar. I had a USA citizen incarcerated who proposed to me. And I'm a survivor of attempted unaliving by him. And his mum is the biggest enabler. It's almost like she saw me as the golden ticket so she didn't have to deal with her son's bullshit anymore. And even when he cheated during my first trimester of pregnancy, she had, oh, I'm sure he loves you, like he's really remorseful. Like she literally like enabled a lot of that stuff. And even after the incident of what happened to me, because I flew back, I went out 3 times because we hadn't actually gone through the K1 fiance visa, luckily. And luckily my son was born here in the UK and he doesn't have a dual citizenship, thank God. But I very nearly didn't make it back to my family alive. We're talking kidnap, held hostage, strangulation 4 times all in one night, and being beaten while holding my 7-month-old son in my arms. His mum rescued me, got me a ticket out back home safely, but then told his parole officer I did it to myself. Yeah, of course she's going to cover for her son, right? Sorry, I can't hear the mic's low. I said, of course, yeah, she's going to, of course, cover for her son because he's an angel, right? And she doesn't want him to go back to prison. These stories make me so sick to my stomach.
Well, the thing is, her, she knows he's no angel, but he plays on her religious faith. So much to the point where when he got out, he acted like he found Jesus and he was going to church regularly just so he could get a car out of his parents. And then as soon as he got that car, he dropped the act. And the thing is because her belief and faith is so strong that his soul can be saved, he plays on that. And she thinks that him doing a couple of push-ups and working out is like some kind of transformation. Oh yeah, well, he got a job working at Domino's Pizza, but it lasted 2 weeks. Oh well, he's been trying. He's like not hard enough. Because the first thing he did when he got out of prison was go to the liquor store. He beat his brother up literally 3 days after he got out of prison, put him in hospital while his firstborn was upstairs with his niece and nephews. And when the police came, his brother obviously had left the scene, and he said, oh no, I just got into an argument, I just punched the wall. He got arrested, and his mum bailed him out because they knew that if he caught another charge, he would be classed as a habitual offender and he would have got sent back. After what he did to me, I found out what he did to his first baby mum, and he put her in the boot of his car while she was pregnant, held her at pew-pew point for 3 days, and said that if he saw blue lights, he was gonna, put a hole in her head, basically. And his mum kept all that from me. Everyone in that family hid it from me.
That is so triggering because it wasn't until everything happened that his family members and then other people from prison that he was with then reached out to contact me saying, well, didn't you know about this? And didn't you know when he did this? And didn't you know when he did this? And I don't know if anybody knows, but my husband is actually back in prison at the minute for 11 counts of armed robbery and God knows what else. He lasted less than 6 months out of prison. He went back after maybe 2 months after I left him, and I'm pretty sure his mum is still trying to pay his legal fees to get him back out.
Oh yeah, my ex's mum said when they upped it to a felony charge, the state did, because I didn't press charges. I was just looking to get the hell out of there. I literally fled within 48 hours of the incident with my son strapped to me. I had to be wheelchaired through 2 airports and catch a plane by myself. In complete agony just to make it home to safety, and I've been a year no contact now, and I'm still going strong. But yeah, like I recently just found out that he's got out, but I know it's only a matter of time because he was only out for 18 months, and prior to that, before I was even with him, he was out for 11 months before he got that sentence. So it's only going to be a matter of time before he goes back. They'll go back to doing the same thing, playing women, leeching off of women. And the thing is these prison dudes, they are something poetic. They will be Shakespearean in your ear like no tomorrow. You know, the way they talk, oh, girl, you keep talking to me like that, I'm going to have to put a ring on it. And all that crap, and Ralph, mama, and all this and that. Oh, girl, you fine. Oh, my queen, this and that. And it's just the way they talk to you, like they flatter you something rotten. Like they really, like, if you are a person that just wants to feel seen and validated and loved on, that's exactly where they pull on your heartstrings. I mean, my ex had like grandiose declarations of love for me on his Facebook. My angel, this woman has taught me so much, brought me so much healing, my queen.
Oh wait, did you do the tattoos? My ex has my face tattooed on him.
Oh yeah, the first thing he did, he's got my name tatted on his arm.
That's what
And a couple months after, I got his name on mine, which I'm currently doing laser surgery at the moment to get it removed.
Yeah, I got like 6 or 7. Because of course, cute. Let me prove my love to you. Nothing's gonna prove it to you like a tattoo.
Oh yeah, he said he was gonna tattoo my face on the side of his head. Yep. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
And then they always do this thing as well, that they go, hey babe, they got some extra trays. Could you like send me $10 on Cash App, cause you gotta send it quick though, cause someone else gonna get it, and you know it's Thanksgiving, and you know they've got, you know, like literally you get like the sometimes people from the churches, they'll bring in stuff like pumpkin pie and you know, a load of other stuff, and every single time it's like, hey babe, like, you know, they get some extra stuff, or it's my birthday, someone in the kitchen's gonna cook something up for me, and next thing you know, before you know, they test you. 1 minute it's like, hey, can I borrow $10? I'll pay you back, I got some money coming in, and I got some plugs. So you send them that $10, And then next thing it's like, I haven't got it yet, but I promise I'm gonna give you double next week. And before you know it, like, that's just a test. Like, how, you know, how much you're willing to part with. And they do it so insidious and so gradually that you don't even know what you're in, because they love bomb the fuck out of you. They love bomb you. Excuse my language, I apologize. But they love bomb you so hard that, like, it's just that they're just feeding off of, like, you know, they're feeding and filling your emotional cup but draining you financially. And with my ex, it started with severe love bombing, and then it would be like, well, why are you posting pictures, you know, like, what are you trying to prove? I mean, you're with me now, and any wife of mine, you know, I mean, yeah, it's cute and all, it's just not really my thing. I prefer you with less makeup. And oh, it's not that I don't trust you, it's just I don't trust other men. And before you know it, I mean, often we're programmed as women to adjust ourselves. Like, if your husband prefers your hair in a certain way or a certain look, we've been programmed to please our men, to serve our men, to, you know, we want to be appealing to them and attractive to them. So you think, well, you know, it's not really a big deal for me. I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't mind making a few tweaks here and there. You don't think nothing of it, you know? And before you know it, the person you're looking at in the mirror, you don't even recognize yourself. You become a complete shell of a person. So, I'm so glad you came up, because as soon as you said you was from London, I was like, oh my God, like, just when you said London and USA film, I was like, I need to come up.
There's loads of us on TikTok, the USA, UK. I think it got popular, like it became kind of trendy to write to a prisoner when the COVID hit. I think I started to write to Kurt just before COVID. And then, yeah, it kind of picks up on TikTok. Then I'd see other people doing it. And now looking back, I think, I used to post for other inmates.
No.
Yeah.
Girl, we do. Oh my God. Every, like, maybe on Fridays, we go through the FB dating ads. Like, I have them on my tablet, and we look at, like, the ad and then their actual crimes.
Right? I'll never forget, I almost fell over. My husband actually got in some big trouble. Somebody asked him to post him to a pen pal. Me, obviously, making sure that he had not done anything heinous. He had only done and gone sexual crimes against children. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Like, but unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that my husband was getting paid. So I thought I was doing all this out of the kindness of my heart, and that I thought I was setting everybody up with pen pals and doing this lovely, cute thing. No, my husband was getting paid $50 for everybody that I was putting on TikTok, and I had no idea. And because I didn't post him and my husband got into it, and yeah, they got in trouble. So yeah, these men are not all nice behind there. But one thing I never got sucked into is the money thing. I soon was like, hell no, like, you survived before me. If I was not here, you'd survive without me. And his mum actually used to send him money every single month. So I was like, no, I'm not giving you money and flying to America and coming on visits. Like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. But it would be other manipulation. Like, we'd get into an argument and then you put the phone down and not call me for days. And it's like, hey, you know you're in control, because I can't call you. You're manipulating me. And then of course you do the thing where they get on the phone and they treat you bad and they say these things, and you go, oh well, don't worry about that, because they're in prison, and they must having it so hard, and they must be, having it so much more tough than me here on the outside, just by myself, paying bills, doing all sorts of crazy shit by myself because I've chosen to be with someone in prison. Oh no, I'm going to choose to feel sorry for you because you're manipulating me into feeling sorry for you. Then every time I've got something going on myself and I want to vent to you, it's not available because you need to vent because you're the one in prison, right? And that's where you start losing yourself. You start waiting in for the phone calls. You don't go out with your friends in case you miss a phone call. You don't go to places where you're not going to have any signal. You make sure that you have sent pictures and JPEGs and you answer the phone on time, because of course you don't want them to think that you're out here doing God knows what with who knows what, because of course that's going to be the first thing that I'm doing when I don't answer the phone, of course.
Like I could be going to the toilet or be at work or be doing the groceries. Like I don't actually have a life out here. You become a personal assistant, a therapist, a lover. But then in some ways it worked for me because I had such low self-esteem that I was in complete control of everything. I was in control of when he went to bed. I knew when he went to bed. I knew where he was. I knew who he was contacting. I had control of his phone records. I had his visit, so I knew that he couldn't be visiting anyone else, and that made me feel, I guess, good. Like, I'm in control here. And looking back, I think that's what made me buzz. Like, I came from domestic violence, so I didn't want to be in a relationship.
Oh.
I wanted the good out of a relationship, so I wanted somebody to love on me and tell me all these good things and make me feel good, but without having to see somebody every day and doing all of that, and him being in prison, I thought, oh, it gives me perfect time to work on myself. No, it broke me even more. Hell, I'm traumatized.
Golly, Emma, it's so sad because you're now like the 5th woman. I've only been doing these lives for about 3 months now, and I think you're the 5th woman that's been on the live that decided to get involved with an inmate because of prior domestic violence.
Yeah.
Because it makes you feel more safe because he's in a box.
Yeah.
But it's like you end up with all this and you know what? There have been so many women that don't understand that those relationships with the inmates are actual DV relationships because they're not getting hit. But it's still domestic violence.
Yeah.
And
you don't see it because when you go to visit, you're in an artificial environment. You're in an environment where you cannot scream and shout. You cannot raise your voice. You cannot be physical, raise hands. So Kurt, when he came home, he was on substances and he was physical. He trashed my apartment and his mum sent round the handyman like the next day like it was normal. Like we were just brushing completely over the fact that he is just completely almost, like you said, offed me, deleted me from this earth. We'll just completely patch over that and carry on because, of course, your son can do no wrong.
oh my God.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they're
so sorry.
really evil. I mean, I had him wish me unalived in childbirth with our child. And he coerced me into pregnancy. He was like, I wanted to wait for the K1 fiance visa and for him to, for us to be stable and have some savings behind us. He said, well, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together anyway, and you ain't getting any younger. And I'm 35, so I mean, we're told as women, when you're pushing sort of halfway to 40, that your body clock, biological clock is like ticking. And I've always wanted children, and he sold me that dream of that white picket fence and building a business together on his mum's land. She had 45 acres of land, and he trashed his mum's property so bad. I'm talking doors off hinges, holes in the walls, dents in the fridge. That she ended up selling her property. And then what she did as a result, she pretty much left him to fend for himself. And during that period of time, he cheated during my first trimester. And I found out about that. And if I wasn't pregnant and vulnerable and hormonal at that point, I would have left immediately. But because he knew how important it was for me to not bring a child into a broken home, and it meant everything to me for a child to grow up seeing a mum and dad loving on each other correctly, he played on that. Because we spoke about it when he was inside. We spoke about, parenting values and what my vision was. And he mirrored my energy. He studied the hell out of me. And so he did that and then made promises to rebuild the trust that he broke. And I did it for my child at that point. But he continued his infidelity, so much so that he slept with my son's cousin's grandmother. That's his brother's wife's mother, 2 weeks after our son was born. And then after that, he ran off with some new chick to Miami and used her fiance's money because she had a thing for him. Apparently she knew him from like 8 years ago and had the hots for him. He used her money to put him through tattoo school in Miami, and she got him to ring me one night and was like, her on me, and at that point he was saying, I'm building a future for us. I'm trying to build a career so that, I can move you over here. Because he was always struggling financially to land himself a job, and he thought a tattooing career would do it. And he led me to believe that he needed to take a step back for me to focus on our child over here while he could lay the foundation. And he was just playing the whole time. And he ran off and got married with her when I decided to block him and go no contact for 2 weeks. And the last straw, the last time for me was, right, well, you've done what you've done, but then we get stigma for being bitter baby mums, or keeping kids from their fathers, and alienation, isolation. So I thought, let me give you the opportunity to step up and be a dad at least. So I took our son out there at 6 months old, and I was supposed to stay for 3 months, and within literally 4 weeks I was on a flight back, battered and bruised and almost unalived. So he got angry at me for his own chaos, and that's the thing that's so wild. These men are so delusional that they just project their chaos and their choices onto everyone else but themselves. And when you try and hold these men accountable, it's like narcissistic rage. And I will never unsee his eyes turning black when he was on top of me trying to, take me out. Like, it was so demonic. Like, to the point, I'm in therapy, and I am all the way off men. I'm leaning towards decentering men and never dating again. Like, I am so, I'm off, and, like, the thought of men just makes me, my body is just repulsed at this point because of that experience. I've had some pretty shitty experiences previously, but I have never encountered anything like this. But prior to meeting him, I was confident, I was glowing, I had my own business going, I had good cash flow coming in, I was doing lives on my Facebook, I had a lot of respect from women because I'm a girl's girl. I was all about, raising women up and self-love, healing, self-care. Like, I was so big on doing that work and helping, giving guidance. And he was just like, he's like, oh, girl, you must be a professor or something, or, literally. And when I thought I had shredded parts of my ego, I realized that there were still some parts there because he was feeding those parts, or at least those parts of me that had gone unchecked by myself. Because I was already doing the inner work at that point, and I was trying to help him through it. I was trying to teach him love languages, attachment styles, and it gets to a point where if you ever find yourself on Google searching personality traits or mental health disorders, the minute you start doing that to try and make sense of their behavior and the way that they are treating you, you need to run. Because being with him, though, the only silver lining I can take out of this cloud is that I learned about ASPD personality traits, different types of narcissism, borderline personality disorder, from ADHD, bipolar, you name it. I studied everything that there was to know about different mental health disorders, and the conclusion I came to is I was dealing with a malignant narcissist with ASPD personality traits. We're talking full-blown psychopathy, and I'm just so lucky to be alive.
It's because nobody really talks about, because this then leads into a deeper, more like darker conversation. Nobody talks about the actual system in America, the prison system, how it is right now, how it is really, it's private, okay, it's not the same in the UK as it is in the US. The sentences are much longer. I think obviously that's because, they want to repeat cycles. They want as much money as they can get. Mm-hmm. And they are not set up to rehabilitate because obviously that would come out of their back pocket.
Yeah, so that's what I talk about.
And as a European, I could never ever understand actually my husband's traumas and upbringing, because I will never understand what it's like to be raised and born in the streets of Detroit. I will never understand that. I've never experienced it. I'm not brought up like that. So his traumas are generational. He then comes out and goes right back to where his traumas and generational traumas come from. Mm-hmm. Then he's right back in the same cycle. Mm-hmm. Now his sons are seeing this behavior. Now his sons then don't have a father to grow up with, and then they're trying to get the cycles to repeat. It's crazy. Like, nobody talks about that side of it and being the
I do.
woman that doesn't understand the
I do.
traumas. So, apart from you that like as a European woman that got involved with a man, I was naive to his traumas. I was naive to how big they are. I was naive to how then they go into prison. They're so desensitized to the outside world. They're desensitized to violence. They see all sorts of crazy shit in there.
Yeah.
And they have to act like this massive, hard, like, you know, nothing affects them. They keep it all bottled in. And then when they come out, they don't know how to process all of these emotions in the real world. Because all of a sudden, I don't have to be this hard man anymore, and I can do what I want. But actually, I can't cope with how I'm feeling, so what I'm going to do is what I know what to do, and I'm going to go and grab a bottle, because I can do that, because I'm free. And then I'm going to, that's not quite hitting the spot, so then I'm going to go and grab a smoke.
Yeah.
See if that will make me feel a bit better about what I'm facing in my head. Like, and being a woman trying to deal with a man that is going through all of that is crazy. You could never prepare me or prepared me for what I was about to go through.
And that's exactly why I talk about these things, because my career in law enforcement, working in corrections, was so specialized. Most of the people that did my job were men.
Wow.
And men don't care about what happens to women. We are an afterthought. Everything is about them. Even men in prison benefit from the patriarchy. And so we're still seen as objects, but we're objects that take care of them. And the way our system is in this country, like, we are basically their halfway houses. So they depend on women to do the job that the state didn't do. And because of the way that we're set up here, we are set up for them to go back to prison. Because the prison industrial complex makes money. But they don't care that they're going to homes with women and children that are going to end up being victimized, because even though they offer services like mental health services in the prisons, because of the way that the men in our country are socialized, they're socialized to believe that if you have mental health issues, then you're weak. So they're not asking for help. But back when I was a uniformed officer, I would see very scary things happening to inmates. Like, you know, they'd have an open barracks where it's just like a bunch of bunk beds and some single beds in one room. So it's like 50 men sleeping in a big open space, and one guy will go take his personal lock, put it in a sock, sneak up on a guy while he's sleeping and start beating him in his face. That kind of stuff was happening a lot. And in a room of 50 people, that could have been any one of them, and they're afraid. And they are dealing with all sorts of trauma. They're dealing with sometimes sexual trauma, the weird violence they've seen, drug overdoses, and they're not getting any kind of help. And then on top of it, because of the way we're set up as a society, we don't even pay people a living wage. And so they're not going to be able to get a job that's going to do anything for anybody. And because they're men and it's a patriarchy, they're going to feel emasculated by the woman who let them come to her house. And eventually he's going to start knocking her head between the washer and the dryer, because he feels like everything that she's doing to take care of both of them is emasculating to him. And he's going to take all of that stuff that he, you know, all of his trauma from his childhood, all the trauma from the prison, he's going to take it to her house, and then he's going to end up back in jail. And nobody cares. So yeah, that's why I talk about this stuff, because I'm like, no, who is talking about this stuff? But yeah, nobody, because the people that were doing my job, yet again, are men. They do not care what happens to women. At all.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the women in the prisons taking stuff in and working on their behalf too. They literally recruit women to apply for the jobs, to bring in stuff all the time. So it's like, you know, you've got the ones who take their job seriously, and then you've got the con artists. Literally, like, they'll go in, like, they'll recruit their girlfriends or their girlfriend's sister to come and work in the prison, to come and shift stuff in and out on the DL. Like, they do so much. And the thing is, one thing I've learned is that every single human, I believe, has suffered in one way or another. And there are people, like, for me, for instance, before I even got with my ex, I had already been previously diagnosed with complex PTSD. Through previous traumas, things I'd witnessed growing up. But I have never gone round purposefully, with intent, to cause harm to another person. If anything, it's made me want to love on people harder because I know how the pain deals. And that's how my pain manifested as a result, is trying to please people, make people happy, like, make people feel anything than the way that I felt growing up, you know, make people feel seen, valued, heard, because you tend to give people the love that you want to receive back the most. But there are people out there who will stay in victimhood, and they will use their traumas as an excuse to bleed on the people that didn't cut them and keep the cycle of abuse going.
Oh, he saw that in a non-disrespectful way. He saw everything that you just said as a meal ticket.
Mm-hmm.
He said, ooh, I got one here.
Mm-hmm.
I can make her feel good. I can say the right things. She's obviously traumatized and needs to be loved on. I can do that from in here. That's the bare minimum I can do from in here. I got it.
Yep.
But the thing is I didn't show those traumas straight away. I mean, the thing that stood out to me the most when I look back is when I had my own business going on, and I was posting videos, and I sometimes get, like, the costume jewelry, like, you know, the really, like, glittery ones you get from Claire's Accessories, like the really fancy ones. He was like, "Oh, girl, I thought you had loads of money. You know, like the way you dress in and stuff, and you dress so elegant, and, you know, and stuff like that." Like, he thought I had more money than what I actually did. I mean, I was making money, but not the amount of what he thought I was.
You're a human.
And it was only when we got more into, you know, as the months went by, he started opening up first and playing the victim and the crocodile tears of how his mum is the reason why he's in there, because he sold the family's hunting pew and he wasn't supposed to have it, and he got sent to jail when someone started on him, so he got done for aggravated assault.
I do have to.
If his mama hadn't called the police.
Hold on, I've got to stop you though, because you said that, like, you didn't show any of your trauma right away.
At the beginning, I didn't open up right away.
What I'm gonna tell you though is, to an inmate, yes, you did, because you talked to him.
That's a very valid point.
That is the very first admission that something might not be 100% okay with you. Is the fact that you're talking to them in the first place, and they know this.
Yeah. Yeah, you make a very, very valid point, and I'm glad that you brought that to light. Because now, obviously, after everything that's happened, I wouldn't even dream of ever doing something like that again, because the love I have for myself now, I never. I mean, sometimes for me, it just breaks my heart to hear that some women haven't just been with one, they've been with 2, 3, 4, like, you know, they just keep going back.
Well, there's a lot of women that have been socialized into it. That's what they've seen their moms do and their aunts and all that, like the ladies in their neighborhood. I talk about that. You know, the boys are brought up in these groups where it's almost like it's their destiny to go to prison, and then the girls are brought up in those same communities where they're destined to be a ride or die for a dude that goes to prison.
Yeah.
And the cycle and then they get together and make more babies, and those babies are raised up in the same ways.
He also, like you said as well, you didn't open up your traumas immediately, but again, he had access to see you as this thriving businesswoman, so you didn't need to say anything. He already sees you as this big huncho, you're earning all this money,
You're great. You're great. Oh yeah, I mean, they definitely look for supply. I mean, whether it's emotional validation, financial. What you were saying though as well resonated with me when you said that if you didn't answer your phone and stuff, he did the exact same stuff to the point where I became a prisoner in my own house. Like if I was on the toilet and I didn't answer my phone, who's in your house? Show me around your house. He had me like on video call, showing around the house. If I went down to the corner shop or to get some groceries, he was on video call. You know, and to keep me hooked in it and to keep it entertaining, we would play Call of Duty online for hours. We'd watch Netflix shows for hours and text back and forth, watching the same movies at the same time.
Why? And why? All because they actually don't believe deep down that this can even be real, that somebody on the outside world could possibly be talking to them, even though they might have a little bit of trauma. They can't possibly believe it. They are the most insecure men I think I've probably come across, and they have nothing but time to sit in there and watch other people be on the phone, and then watch other inmates on the phone argue with their girlfriends because their girlfriends have gone out and acted and did this, that and the other. So of course you must be doing that as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
But sometimes it's not. Sometimes even with some of them, they know that you're not doing it. It's a control tactic to get you to submit. Sometimes they will purposely create the arguments, and this is part of the coercive control. They will make you feel so uncomfortable with going out that you just stop going out altogether because you'd rather not have the aggro that comes with it. You'd rather not have, you're essentially, you try and avoid being on eggshells, but you end up walking on eggshells anyway because you end up being a bag of nerves. Like, you have literally no life. Even though you're on the outside, you also become a prisoner too, in a sense, mentally and emotionally. I mean, he used to sleep on video call. We used to go sleep together on video call, and at first I thought it was cute, made us feel closer, to be together, whilst at long distance, when realistically he was just monitoring me, making sure that I wasn't creeping off or going somewhere. Like he had literally had me under surveillance, 24/7. And the worst part about it is the thing that really baffled me is he was sending, when I say big bouquets of flowers to my house, like Pandora charms for my bracelet, sending money to my mum to go out and buy me some chocolates and stuff. Like, he was showering me with some gifts.
Can we also put a pause there and say to anybody that is dealing with anybody who is in prison, because I think it's a very important message to make, if you are receiving gifts and flowers and money through Cash App and all things like that, let me tell you, your man is not as straight as you think he is, and you should not be accepting those Cash Apps because you are then can be charged in a federal court for those transactions.
Yep, I agree. Take it as a warning. I mean, I'm lucky that I did most of sending money for canteen and stuff, but apart from that, yeah, he sent quite a few things to me, and I guess it was to keep me hooked. And when I thought about it, it wasn't equally balanced because I ended up spending more money on him than what he ever did on me. Realistically, I must have had at least about 3,000 in savings, and he had all of that, but then he paid for my back tattoo. And he literally contacted someone in the UK, like a tattoo artist, and he was like, he bought it as a Christmas present, and he paid her literally like 500 in deposit down, had it all booked, and I got to choose the design and everything, and then it was like, oh, well, I paid for this, and you acting like the relationship isn't fair, like I haven't bought you stuff. But yeah, he bought some stuff, but he didn't spend nowhere near half as much as what I did. And when he got out, he was relying on me to bail him out with his restitution fees at times, his parole fees. He did the most dumb stuff. He even took a credit card out on Tractor Supply. Is it Tractor Supply? I can't remember that. And yeah, he took a credit card out and got himself an Xbox with no means of how to pay that credit card back. He took out a phone for my birthday, contract phone, with no means on how to pay it, and expected me to pay the bill. I said if I wanted an extra bill, I would have you know, if I would have got one, I didn't need a new phone. Like, and it's like, oh, you're so ungrateful. I'm like, I'm not ungrateful. If you're going to give a gift to someone, give a gift and then expect me to pay for that gift. It doesn't make sense, especially when I didn't need it. I had my own phone. But what I think he was trying to do was trying to make sure that my finances were so low that I wasn't able to do stuff for myself. Because if he knew that I was able to have money to go out to start reconnecting with friends and doing stuff, then I wouldn't have been as isolated, and he had to keep me isolated, and the only way he could was to try and control the way that I spent my money.
Which is financial abuse, which a lot of women don't recognize, because when we think financial abuse, we're thinking a guy that's controlling all the money, but not the dude that is sucking up all the resources.
Yep.
Also, somebody said a really interesting statement, which I looked back on and said, do we have an illness too? An illness that makes us an easy prey for these relationships? For me looking back at me, I think that I didn't think much of myself. I thought it would be cute to kind of build with somebody that also doesn't have their shit together. You know, we can get back on track together. We can rebuild together. We can build all of these, like, fantasies, because that's what they are. They're fantasies. They're not realities. You're building fantasies of how you want life to be. You're trying to find a man and putting him in a role that you want the man to be in your life. That's what you're trying to do. So almost, yeah, I feel like I said earlier, a lot of it was about control. I was in control. I knew where you were. I knew that you had a bedtime. And looking back, I now know that that's because I didn't value myself enough. Like, I need to work on myself enough to know that I've got my shit together, and I deserve somebody else that's got their shit together. I don't deserve to start from the bottom. I'm not somebody who's... I need to fix everybody that I meet. I don't need to do that. I need to fix myself, and then I won't need to feel that I need to fix everybody else, because I'm ignoring my own problems because I'm too busy fixing yours, right?
Damn it.
You definitely hit the nail on the head. I definitely agree with you. I think sometimes, even if it's not consciously done, subconsciously, it's a way of... it's a form of escapism for ourselves, really. You know, you think, oh, well, I've tried everything else, so maybe I'll try this. I mean, I was delusional. I was so delusional, to the point where I thought, well, he's been in there a long time, and, you know, perhaps maybe it's given him time to think, and he made out he really wanted to make a change and turn his life around, and, you know, and I was so big on, like, the dream was sold to me from young. Marriage, kids, white picket fence, you know, all of that crap that comes with, you know, being raised as a young girl in a patriarchal system. And for me, because it really hadn't worked very well, even with men on the outside. I mean, I think men are just shit in general, to be honest. A lot of them are unhealed, and I only know that because I'm healing myself. And, you know, there's a saying, know thyself, then you will know thy neighbor. When you know the dark parts of yourself, the ways you self-sabotage, your own patterns, your own toxic traits, why you do the things that you do, you can spot it in other people instantly. And it's not that you no longer have empathy. You can sympathize with someone's pain and what they're going through, but you still can be in a position to have a boundary to not allow that completely into your life. Because you're right. I mean, when you said about, you know, you're not there to fix anyone, when I was talking to my therapist, she said, yeah, you got the fixer complex, because you see broken people and you just want to love on them and put them back together and make everything okay again. And I think a lot of women have this trait, because we are, I think by nature, we are naturally nurturing. We want to be loving. In fact, when we're treated well, we give back tenfold, because just for the joy of giving. And unfortunately, a lot of men exploit that. They will weaponize your empathy. And there's a lot that's going on. Even guys that aren't even in prison and stuff, you know, you get a lot of men that are sort of out there going, oh, a woman with a high body count like they don't know that men aren't lying out here through their teeth, will put on a whole facade, just to get a woman into bed and then ghost her, and then that adds to her body count, but now she's apparently lost value for being tricked. Like, literally, women can't win.
Women women can't win, and I think when you get with, okay, I don't want to stigmatize anybody or put it on like anybody, but these guys, a lot of them have been in prison their whole lives. They've never been around somebody that's been in a healthy relationship. They've never been around somebody that's married. 9 times out of 10, their own parents aren't married, and they've had, traumatic experiences there. So that you end up having to teach that person how you want to be loved, because they've actually never experienced how to love a woman. They've only ever experienced the love from GANGs, which is a whole type of different love than a romantic relationship. The only time that they've ever felt loved is when they're being praised for something that is not good from other men, not women.
Oh yeah, it will always be men that uphold the patriarchy. There's a saying that's going around at the moment, it's all men until no men. You get men in their feelings about it, but they don't actually understand the context of what it means. It's the ones that enable abuse, it's the ones that will stand by and watch their friends catcall a woman, it's the ones that will stand by and watch their friends roofie a woman's drink. They all play a part in it, even if they are not actively participating in doing the harm. Not speaking out on it, not holding them accountable, makes them enablers of it. And that's why there is that saying, and it just infuriates me, because as a woman, I whenever they talk about the statistics of the unaliving of women at the moment, and being in a global femicide, and that it's getting worse, and the harm perpetuated to young women and girls at the moment is through the roof. They say, oh, well, yeah, but it's not all men. Well, women do harmful stuff too, but they don't realise that we've been catcalled wearing school uniform from the age of 13, followed home from school. We have to walk with our keys in between our knuckles when someone's following behind us, just in case. On a night out, you have to go to the bathrooms in twos just to make sure you don't get raped, or there isn't some creep lurking in the bathroom. As soon as you enter somewhere, you have to check all exit points and make sure you know how to get home safely. From getting into taxis in twos, or somebody has to drive and can't drink because they're taking care of the rest of the group. Like, it's always women protecting women and looking out for women. A lot of men have never really been protectors of women or leaders of women, but we've been sold this lie. And the thing is protect us from what? Who? Other men?
Precisely.
Well, I think, unfortunately, the culture that I'm married into as well it's embarrassing to get therapy. They kind of grow up watching their mothers accept a certain behaviour from their fathers, so that's kind of what they repeat. And I don't mean that to offend anybody. I'm not trying to, again, stigmatise anybody. I'm just saying that the culture that my husband grew up in, again, it's nothing that I have experienced myself. I never grew up like that, but I think he projected a lot of his hatred towards his mum, towards me, because I was the next female in line.
Also, a lot of times, those guys will project that hatred onto the woman that they have ensnared, because they hate women in general. And they want to take it out. They're not going to go beat up their mom most of the time. We're starting to hear some more stuff about dudes unaliving their own mothers. But for the most part, the stuff that they're upset about with women, they will take that out on the woman that they have ensnared. Because they actually do hate you.
Oh, massively. Massively. And then they would come out the racial slurs. You white whore.
What?
You're a white devil. Then, yeah, so I think...
I'm sorry, was he black or something?
Yeah, my husband's black.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so he's taken out even more weird stuff.
Yeah.
His hatred of his oppressor, which is the white male.
Yeah.
Using, like he's actually, oh God, there's even more to it than just him being a felon. Yeah, that guy hated you. You know what? When I get out of here, I'm gonna watch your season. I typically don't do this. I will do this for you. I mean, not for you, but the fact that like you're in here sharing your experience, which I do appreciate. I really don't like watching shows. I don't like these kinds of shows because I don't like stuff that hurts women on purpose for money.
So it's a lot different to the concept of like Love After Lockup. The show that we did was done more as like a documentary style show, like
Okay.
to show that these relationships are out there. And
Okay.
there are women out there that there was women from around the world on my season that have found love in American prison. So it was more to show that kind of things, that hey, there are these relationships out there that people didn't even know existed. Like there are men and women from opposite sides of the world that have found love in the most, unique circumstances, and that is more what it shows. It's not messy. They don't try to be messy. It wasn't meant to be like that. I don't think it came across like that. So
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
But I'll check it out and I'll let everybody know my thoughts from somebody that's had to interview, because I've had to interview like hundreds, like close to 1,000 people. I've conducted like 1,000 lie detector tests.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so I will look at that. I'll watch it. But yeah, I hate that stuff because again, it's mostly done by dudes, and dudes don't care what happens to women. And also I feel like these kinds of shows are being, like, we're seeing more of them because women are becoming more educated and they're staying away from men in general. There's been a big drop off of, like, we're having a what the men are calling the loneliness epidemic, but it's like they're garbage. Like, women have just stopped putting up with their bullshit, and we're like, oh, what are we doing? Like, a lot of women are decentering men, which is what we really needed to be doing all along. But now a lot more women are doing this, and so the men are like by themselves. And so I think they're starting to put out some more of these shows to kind of, for like the younger women that are like, oh, well, I'm not going to do that, so let me just go and grab one of these guys that's by himself. I feel like it's kind of in a way to push women into dating like other dudes. I don't know. I feel like it's a scam. I think there's like a bigger picture thing going on because women are becoming too successful.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think as a whole, another humiliation ritual just waiting to happen. It's just none.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like
I
it.
refuse to reproduce. Like, I have my son,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, I think for me the biggest thing for me is because I have a son, is to raise him in learning to regulate his emotions, to be accountable when he does something wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and to help him navigate through his emotions and teach him emotional skill set so he can develop emotional intelligence, because that is something that is highly missing in a lot of men, unfortunately. I mean, you hit the nail on the head, Emma, when you said about some men and stuff. Like, a lot of men as young boys, they come from a generation of big boys don't cry, put on your big boy pants, don't be a pussy, and the thing is all that does is it teaches them that their feelings, their emotions are not valid, and that even right down to small things that you wouldn't even think, like the colors pink and blue, for instance. Like, young boys and stuff are taught, no, pink is for girls, and oh no, you can't like bunny rabbits because that's a girl's thing. They are taught from young to hate everything that is connected to feminine, anything that could be classed as feminine. And I think we need to just get rid of labels. If a young girl wants to play with action figures, she's a child. Let her play with action figures. If a young boy wants to play with a doll, let him play with that doll. It doesn't mean anything. It is adults with their sick, twisted minds making it out to be something that it's not. And it is them who are programming and causing a divide rather than creating a unity and appreciation for just things in general. And that's the thing for me. It's just, you know, like there's so many things that you look at, you know, you see, like, you've got the men with the Marvel movies and stuff and the superheroes, but then you've got the Disney films and princesses with the damsels in distress waiting for a man to come and save them. It's all programming. The whole thing is programming. And it's my duty as a boy mom to make sure that I raise my son so that someone's daughter will always be safe in his presence, not only feel safe, but feel emotionally safe, physically safe, and mentally safe. And that, I mean, for me, I'm done with men. But if I can plant one seed for the next future generation to come, then I would have done my bit for humanity. And that's the only thing, that's the only gift I can give back to women in the future to come. That's the only role that I can take now, to make change through my son, by not enabling and being like some of these boy mums who just, oh, my boy can't do no wrong, and but what did you do to make him hit you, and all this. Like, best believe if my son ever puts his hands on a woman, I'm gonna put my hands on him. Because ain't no way he is gonna treat a woman the way that his father treated me and previous men. It's not happening, not on my watch.
Is Spazza's wife still in here? Because can you talk about what's going on in the comments and some of the comments that have been made? Somebody made a comment saying none of us know what we're talking about because the spouse.
Oh, Emma, I can't hear you.
Oh, is that better? Sorry.
Yeah.
Somebody in the comments was saying that we don't know what we're talking about and that not all men are the same, which they're not, and that her man pays all of the bills and takes care of her emotionally from inside a prison. Let me tell you, ladies, you deserve more than the bare minimum than just communication from a man. Let that be a shock. Because I thought, hey, I suffer really bad with anxiety and my husband's really good with my anxiety, so, well, he must be a saint. No, that's just human, you know, decency. What? He gave me the very bare minimum that I deserved. Communication. You deserve more than that. And just because you say, oh, they're attentive to my mental health or this, that, and the other, you deserve more than that still. Please.
Yeah, and I'm just going to touch base. A lot of these women who get love bombed the heck out of and have money sent, it's all part of the game. And if you think you're the exception, you're not.
A lot of these
both
women.
Me and Emma thought we were the exception, and we weren't. And it almost cost me my life, but trust me, I mean, I fucked around and find out, and you're going to do the same.
A lot of these.
It's going to be.
I'm
it's
sorry.
Going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah, but y'all, I gotta get out of here. I gotta take these lashes off of my face. This is horrifying. And I gotta get ready for my friend Mandy's live. I gotta go support her. Yes, but I appreciate y'all, Emma and Psychic Queen. Thank y'all so much for coming up. I am so glad that y'all made it out of those situations safely and with your sanity. Because this stuff could have gone like especially like Psychic Queen, like your situation could have gone a completely other direction. And I'm glad you're here.
Thank you to everyone that sent gifts that I forgot to say when it was done, but yeah. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, both of you, for sharing your experiences. Emma, I'm going to go watch your season.
Yeah, enjoy.
I'm probably going to have some thoughts about that guy.
I didn't catch the show.
It's called Prison Brides, season 1, and there is about 6 episodes that you can catch. So yeah, you follow the story of like 5 women who've got husbands that are incarcerated, and you see some of the outcomes on the show, and then you don't see some of the outcomes. But if you follow our social medias, obviously you find out the outcomes. So
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, as soon as you said like the stuff he was saying, like that messed up weird stuff he was saying, yeah, I know exactly what that's about. That guy's a turd, and he hates himself. He hates himself very much. But y'all, thank you so much. We got to 153,000 likes. Thank you so much. Thank you for keeping the comments going in the chat. Thank you for watching, everyone, and thank you all so much for all the gifts. Thank you all to everybody that lit up some gifts in my gift gallery. I really do appreciate that. Ugh, the B ranks are very, very hard and very, very scary. Okay. And Emma and Psychic Queen, thank y'all so much for being up here. Y'all, I will be back at 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm not sure. I think I will talk about the different types of women that these dudes target. Because they're not desperate. They're not stupid. Contrary to popular belief, that's not who these guys pick. They are actually picking the strongest women. But there's a few types of women that these dudes are targeting. Okay, so I'll do that one at 11 a.m. Eastern. All right? Have a good night, everyone. And if you can, go to Sparkly Mandy's live. She talks about DV. I think she starts at 10 o'clock. Momo, Kit Kat, she's going on at 10, right? Yeah, 10 o'clock tonight. Somebody, one of my mods. Yes, 10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, good. Thank you, Kit Kat. Thank you, Restless Streamer. All right. So, yeah, I got to peel all of this stuff off. I've got to, like, you know, get out of my hazmat suit. Yes. And thank you all for being here. Medusa. Hey. Yeah. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye. All right. I got to peel all this mess off of me. Help. And I'm still live, and I keep forgetting I'm live. Bye, YouTube.